Just so you all know, Jeffrey Epstein is the only rich pedophile ever. Wait. Jimmy Savile and Jeffrey Epstein are the only rich pedophiles ever. Just so you know. There are 300,000 so-called child prostitutes in America. And now that Jimmy Savile is dead and Jeffrey Epstein is out of the game, I guess the 300,000 child prostitutes are just kind of hanging out waiting for them to call them back. Because there's nothing really for them to do right now. But anyway, yeah. Jeffrey Epstein is the only rich guy who ever fucked an underage girl. Oh wait, Jimmy Savile, too. So Jeffrey Epstein and Jimmy Savile. There are 300,000 child prostitutes in America, or, child sex slaves, or whatever you want to call them. I guess they're not really prostitutes, because that would mean that they're, like, making money for themselves and their pimp or something, and they share the money, but I think they're more like sex slaves. But anyway, there's 300,000 of them, according to dozens of New York Times, CNN, ABC, CBS, all these news, 60 Minutes. There's been, over the years, plenty of documentaries on, and plenty of even mainstream media accounts of child prostitution. But anyway, Jeffrey Epstein and Jimmy Savile are the only rich people who have ever had sex with underage girls in history. And if you want to see the citations and the facts, those are you can fact check and see the original source documents and the citations. And plus, there's tons of YouTube videos where people call each other, where people call you a scumbag if you don't agree that Jeffrey Epstein is the only person that was ever linked to any, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were also linked to Jeffrey Epstein. And it said that he, blackmailed a couple of people. But, of course, the records are sealed and we don't know who that he blackmailed. So, really, it's only Jeffrey Epstein and Jimmy Savile and possibly Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. But other than that, there are no other rich people on the planet that have sex with underage people. And if you want to see the source document, fact documents that are facts, and source documents that are facts, I can show you the factual source documents that are total facts and absolute facts. Because, one thing that allows me to establish that it's a fact that Jeffrey Epstein is the only person ever that has been a rich person that's had sex with underage girls is that there's pretty much everyone on YouTube agrees. Pretty much everyone on YouTube agrees. So, you can pretty much tell that he's the only one. So, it's good that everyone's protecting the children in America like that. Like everyone's really coming together and making sure that, as long as Jeffrey Epstein keeps it in his pants, all the children will be safe. That's how I know that all of America really cares about the children. Which is good, because Americans are good people with really good communities and good souls and good consciences, and they really care about the children, which is why they're definitely going after Jeffrey Epstein. And Jimmy Savile, who's dead, but, Jeffrey Epstein isn't dead yet, so you definitely have to get rid of him, and all the children will be hanging out waiting for someone to call, because he's the only person of the 300,000 child prostitutes in America. He's the only one that's been fucking them all. And when he's not around, they're all just kind of hanging out waiting for him to get back in the scene. So, once he gets back in the scene, they'll be back in business again, because he can have 748,000 orgasms a day. And sometimes he only has like 4,605 orgasms a day. And because he's just a magical man, and he can have lots of orgasms. That's why Jeffrey Epstein alone keeps the 300,000 child prostitutes that are in America in business. Alone. He's the one that does all that. And so now that once he went to jail for a little while, which he didn't really do, but it kind of put the kibosh on that, and so the child prostitutes had to wait around for him to come out of hiding. And then once he came out of hiding, they were back in business again. And I'm sure probably once they were back in business again, CNN had a news story about how the FBI was fighting to end child prostitution, stuff like that. So it's good. America's a great country. We are the greatest country ever. Our economy's great. We have a very good relationship with China, and North Korea is great too. And North Korea has been, really getting their act together, and they've been riding exercise. North Korea has a really funny sense of humor. North Korea is probably a really good guy. I mean, North Korea is one of the best guys I've ever met. North Korea is a great guy. He has everything a guy could want in a strategic partner. North Korea has. I've talked to North Korea several times. He's a funny motherfucker. He's a funny bastard. We talk many times. We're very close, me and North Korea. And I took North Korea bowling last week. We went bowling, me and North Korea. So it was pretty. North Korea is definitely probably even a really fun poker player. So North Korea has a lot of experience playing chess. I've sat down at the table playing chess with North Korea, and North Korea has stinky farts. North Korea, when North Korea farts, he has he has really gaseous flatulence. So that's. Yeah, so just, thanks America, you're amazing, you're the best people in the world ever in history. You're very intelligent, you're very on top of everything. We're really going to make it, we're going to make America great again, and everything's going to be perfect, because you're the best people in history. I mean, it's amazing. You're amazing. You think that Jeffrey Epstein, was the only person keeping 300,000 child prostitutes in business. So you're clearly amazing. You're clearly very, very logical, and I can get you the source documents for that. I know several people that can get you the source documents for that, so it's very definitely provable. It's a provable fact. There's also a YouTube consensus, which also makes it a fact. So, there you go. Anyway, let's care about the children and definitely make America great again. America has the best people in the world. We're the best. Everyone's great here. We're perfect. And don't change America. It's because you're perfect.